Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. To be a great man, you need to be nurtured in the proper way. Reinforced, pushed, validated, loved, and also reprimanded when you're not doing what you should do. In real life, I'm not so nice, but the perception is incredible. They're very smart. They didn't go toe-to-toe. They went around. They navigated. They went left when you expect to go right. They went low when you expect to go high, and vice versa. Instead of throwing a roundhouse hook, they walked away. You go, oh. And right away, you put people at ease, and then you get your point across. Like Apollo Creed says, be a thinker, not a stinker. Use your brains to get ahead and not your muscles. Be tactful, clever, ingenious. Even the guys that are billionaires, they started out as underdogs. No one gave it to them. Someone in the family, perhaps, had to earn it and pass it on. But that first one, the guy that went into the unknown, unprepared, but prepared mentally, but perhaps unprepared for what was going to come at him from so many different directions. And when I say that come at him, I mean those obstacles that wanted to defeat him, including his own fear, and they were overcome. So, as Rocky would say, it ain't over till it's over. I don't like to argue. I don't like stress. I don't like conflict. But sometimes you have to face the conflict and the stress and the source of that and get it out of the way. Don't keep it inside. Somehow you have to purge yourself of this thing that's eating you alive. But sometimes you just have to offend someone who's offending you. That's fair. And it takes courage. Actually, it takes courage to do a lot of things. It takes a lot of guts to stay in school. It's courage. It takes courage to get up every morning, and bravery and pushing yourself when you don't want to go to work, just to supply food for yourself and your family. It takes courage to stick your head above the crowd and voice your own opinion, even though it's not a popular one, but it's one that you feel so deep in your soul that you have to get it out. You can't go through life living on lies. Quite often, you just have to stand up and grab life by the throat and not let go until you succeed. Courage. You all have it. It's just pushing the right button. Imagine if this is what you do, you woke up, you're now a gangster. Yeah. You're in this world, but you decide you're your same personality. You're not going to all of a sudden be the gangster guy with the dead eyes and everyone's posing and being tough and that kind of thing. No, you're charming, you're outgoing, you're exactly the same you are until somebody crosses that line and disrespects you, and then you're back to yourself again. So I thought, why don't I just be me? You know what I mean? Try to be that. So, and which is the hardest thing to do in acting is to actually be yourself. Right. It sounds easy, but as soon as you're in front of a camera, you lock up. I don't care who it is. You still to this day. Yeah. There's always that butterfly thing. And it takes years of learning how to, as you know, to calm down in front of the camera, where you can sit there and scratch yourself. I don't always feel like, what do I do with my hands? That kind of thing. Well, that's what has happened in this show, that I'm basically playing me as the fella who's a gangster, but he's also charming and nice. He's not trying to be threatening.
Yeah, yeah.
But if he's threatened by other bad guys, then you see him kick into gear.